Gymnosperms introduction. A group of vascular seed plants in which dominant plant body is sporophyte and gametophyte is inconspicuous. They represent most primitive seed plants and considered as first seed-producing and woody plants. All of gymnosperms are woody plants, either shrubs or trees. Herbaceous habit is not found in them. Some important plants belonging to Gymnosperms: pinus, chir, or chilgotha, cuppers, saru, cycas, sago palm, Araucaria, Ephedra, abies, pinro, ginkgo biloba, cedrus, deodara, doda, thuja, moorpunk, junipers, cinnabar, cycas, a living fossil. Cycas is known as living fossil because it possesses many characters that resemble to fossil plants, especially seed ferns. Cycas shows following similarities with seed ferns. Ferns, a group of vascular seedless circinate venation of leaf plants, belongs to pteridophytes. Stem possesses large pith and cortex. Seed ferns, a group of extinct or fossil wood, consist of trichades and xylem. Vascular seed plants belongs to parenchymatous cells only. Gymnosperms that had many sporangia group to form similarities with ferns. Ovule is surrounded by an integument. The sperms are flagellated. Definition of gymnosperms. The term gymnosperms, gymnos equals naked, sperma equals seed, was introduced by Theophrastus in 300 BC to describe plants with unprotected seeds. According to Goebel, gymnosperms are phanerogams without ovary. The phanerogams or spermatophyta, sperm equals seed, phyton equals plant or seed plants, are those plants which reproduce by means of seeds, not spores. Gymnosperms are the vascular plants where seeds are not enclosed within an ovary, opposite to an angiosperm or flowering plants where seeds are enclosed by mature ovaries or fruits. In these plants, the ovules are borne naked or the surface of the megasporophylls, which are often arranged in the cones. Fossil records indicate that the gymnosperms must have evolved approximately 300 million years ago from non-seed producing ancestors of the extinct division of Progymnospermophyta, which were fern-like in appearance, form a bridge between pteridophytes and angiosperms. Were dominant plants over the Earth's surface during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods of Mesozoic era. At present, about 83 genera and approximately 790 species of living gymnosperms are distributed throughout temperate, tropical and Arctic regions of the world. External features of gymnosperms. 1. Gymnosperms are predominantly woody plants, represented by trees, shrubs or rarely climbers. Though they are usually xerophytic, some of them are deciduous while others are evergreen. Sequoia sempervirens california, or coast redwood, is probably the tallest living tree, reaching a height nearly 112 meters and attaining a growth of 15 meters. Smallest gymnosperm is Zamia pygmea. It is 25 centimeters tall. Taxidium mexicanum has a trunk with the enormous diameter of 17 meter. The bristlecone pines, 3 species of pines, i.e., P. aristata, P. longiva and P. balfouriana, are thought to reach an age greater than that of any other single organism known, up to nearly 5,000 years. 13. Plant body is sporophytic and can be differentiated into root, stem and leaves. 4. Generally the plants possess well-developed tap-root system. In some gymnosperms the roots show symbiotic relationship, e.g., coraloid roots of cycas with algae and mycorrhizal roots of pinus with fungi. 5. Stem is erect, woody and unbranched in cycas and tuberous in Zamia. Presence of leaf scars on the stem is the characteristic feature of gymnosperms. 6. The arrangement of the leaves on the stem may be spiral or cyclic. They may be of one kind monomorphic or two kinds dimorphic, foliage leaves and scale leaves. Foliage leaves are green, simple, may be small, microphyllous, e.g., pinus, or large megaphyllous, e.g., cycas. Their main function is photosynthesis. Scale leaves are present around the reproductive structures and apex. They are mainly protective in nature. Classification of gymnosperms. In older times, gymnosperms were kept among angiosperms. It was Robert Brown, 1827, who first of all recognized these plants due to presence of naked ovules and placed them in a distinct group called gymnosperms. Bentham and Hooker, 1862-83, in their Genera Plantarum, placed this group in between Dicotyledonnae and Monocotyledonnae. The classification of gymnosperms is quite controversial because several genera and a few orders like the Cordiatales and Cycadoadales are known only in fossil state. Attempts have, however, been made from time to time to classify them. Some of the important classifications are as follows. Van Tighem 1898 treated Gymnosperms as one of the two divisions of Spermatophyta and further divided it as follows. Afterward, due to the discovery of large number of fossil genera, three more orders viz. Cycadophylicales, Bennettitales and Chordatails were included in this group. IKEA 1883 considered Gymnosperms as one of the two divisions under Pananerogami, the second division being Angiospermae.
ICHA 1889 classified the seed plants as Coulter and Chamberlain 1910 divided the Gymnosperms into 7 order.
Engler and Pruntel 1926, Rendell 1926, and others also divided the Gymnosperms into 7 orders. Seward 1919, on the basis of wood structure, divided Gymnosperms into 2 classes. Class 1. Monoxylic wood is not compact. Class 2. Pycnoxylic wood is compact. Birbal Sahni 1920 divided the Gymnosperms into 2 divisions. Chamberlain 1934 divided the Gymnosperms into 2 subclasses, Cycadophyta and Coniferophyta. Subclass I. Cycadophyta. A. Gymnosperms with fern-like pinnatified leaves. B. Unbranched stem, unlarge foliage leaves. C. Large globose or columnar trunks. D. Only surviving representatives are modern cycads. A. Large pith and cortex. F. Wood is relatively small, monoxylic. It is divided into 3 orders. Order 1 Cycadophylicales. Group of fossil plants, plants resembling with ferns, hence they are given the name Pteridospermae, i.e., seed-bearing ferns, e.g. Ligonopteris, Medulosa. Order 2 Bennettitale or Cycadoidales. 8 long, profusely branched stem. B. Simple, small leaves needle-like, scale-like or laminate. C. In stem the amount of wood is much more than cortex and pith, Persnicksia liquid. D group includes extinct as well as extant order. It is divided into 4 orders. Order 1. Chordatails. All members are extinct, e.g., chordites, dadoxylon. Order 2. Ginkgoales. All members except one ginkgo biloba are extinct. Order 3. Coniferals. The order includes both fossil and present-day forms, e.g., Pinus, Cedrus, Sequoia. Order 4. Netails. This order includes modern living forms. The order differs from other Gymnosperms by the presence of vessels in the xylem, e.g., Ephedra, Netum, Welwitschia. Pant proposed a classification of Gymnosperms in 1957. He divided the Gymnosperms into 3 divisions: Division Cycadophyta and Coniferophyta. Order 4. Netails. This order includes modern living forms. The order differs from other Gymnosperms by the presence of vessels in the xylem, e.g., Ephedra, Netum, Welwitschia. Pant proposed a classification of Gymnosperms in 1957. He divided the Gymnosperms into 3 divisions: Division Cycadophyta and Coniferophyta are subdivided into 4 classes each, while Division Chlamydospermophyta is represented by a single class. Gymnosperms life cycle. The life cycle of Gymnosperms is both haploid and diploid, i.e., they reproduce through the alternation of generations. They have a sporophyte dominant cycle. The gametophyte phase is relatively short. The reproductive organs are usually cones. Male cones, these have microsporophylls that contain microsporangia. Microsporangium produces haploid microspores. A few microspores develop into male gametes called pollen grains, and the rest degenerate. Female cones, the megasporophylls cluster together to form female cones. They possess ovules containing megasporangium. It produces haploid megaspores and a megaspore mother cell. The pollen reaches the egg through wind or any other pollinating agent, and the pollen grain releases a sperm. The nuclei of male and female gametophytes fuse together to form a zygote. This is known as fertilization. The seed appears as scales which can be seen on the cones of the gymnosperm. Economic importance of Pinus. Source of timber. Pinus species are a good source of light timber that is used for ship making and heavy construction work like furniture, doors and railway sleepers etc. because their wood is durable and strong. Source of resins. Resins are plant exudates secreted in specialized canals and insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents and used as paints, medicines and paper sizing. Major source of these resins are conifers, primarily Pinus species. Source of fatty oils. The seeds of Pinus species a source of fatty oils and also used as food. Source of paper. Wood pulp of Pinus species are used in paper making. Economic importance of cycas. Medicinal value. The juice of the leaves of cycas is used for the treatment of vomiting. Source of food. The stem and leaves of cycas yield sago or arrowroot which is used as food. Ornamental value. Cycas is an important and luxurious ornamental plant due to their medium size and beautiful leaves and commonly called as kangi palm. Economic importance of Ephedra. Source of medicine. A medicine named ephedrine is prepared from the parts of Ephedra plant which is used to cure asthma and bronchial troubles.